Hello. Welcome to the Relishing Dead podcast where we devour everything in the TWD universe. I'm Dawn.
I'm Carol.
I'm Barb. No,
Barb.
Elisa.
Yes,
I'm
Barb's not going to be with us tonight, so we're going to miss her. So hopefully she feels better.
Absolutely.
So tonight's episode, what was the name of it? I'm just rolled a blank.
Keeping Her Alive.
That's right. Keeping Her Alive. I felt as though it was a filler episode. I don't know how you guys felt, but I really did enjoy the scenes with Madison and Strand and then Madison and Daniel. I thought the acting was really good in those two parts.
Yeah.
I
Coleman Domingo is just he's just a A-rated actor. I think, he can make any part better. He's just
I just
so
wish they
good.
would give him more of a storyline or a better storyline. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because he's amazing.
What did you think about it, Carol?
Well, any scene with Coleman and oh God, what's his name? The guy who plays Daniel. Completely lost his name. Anyway, Strand and Daniel are
Ruben Blades.
Ruben Blades.
Ruben Blades.
Coleman Domingo and Ruben Blades, they play off so well with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I just absolutely love their characters. I used to be a big fan of Madison's. Dawn, you and I were talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of Madison's for the first couple of seasons. But for this season, I just don't think that Kim is putting everything into it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm just not believing her as a character anymore. But
I feel like her heart's not in it. Maybe.
Yeah, and we've been introduced to a group tonight that I love. Mm-hmm. And I think that the concept is fantastic. We still, they killed off Sarah. They killed off, so many characters after everybody got on the boats. And then they just kind of told us that they were dead. Mm-hmm. And Alicia, we kind of knew she was dead. We knew she was headed that way, but we all know that, if we don't see it, it doesn't happen.
No one's gone till they're gone.
Exactly. And that was repeated several times in this episode. Uh-huh. So I'm still not convinced that Alicia's dead. I mean, call me crazy, but so we'll see.
It's just, it's the writers. I mean, they're just doing some bunky things. I mentioned this to you guys before the show, and I'll say it now. Things like, how does Tracy swim with her hands zip tied? I mean, they're just doing some stupid shit. Yeah. I was actually, right. I was actually hoping that when they went down in that little gully, and backstroke. But it's just the writers are not doing justice for the actors.
Yeah.
They paid a lot of money to get Kim Dickens to come back. And I hope it wasn't at the expense of losing some characters that people had really grown to love, like Sarah and Wendell and Father, what's his doodle, or Rabbi.
Yeah.
But it's just, they're just not doing the actors justice on their writing. It's one thing to end a series. It's another thing to end a series badly.
Well, they're not doing the fans justice either. We're invested in these characters.
Right.
They're not thinking about what we think.
Or caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
I mean, I'm hoping that some of the Fear characters mesh with our characters, beyond just Dwight and Sherry and Morgan. I'd love to see Coleman come over and wind up at, Hilltop or Alexandria or the Commonwealth. I would love to see that. Ross and Coleman. Ooh, ooh, there we go. We can start shipping Ross and Strand. Yes. So it'd be a Strauss. We can have a Strauss.
Maybe a Starin.
Yeah, Starin. I mean, we could definitely have an Aaron and a Strand, and I think that would be a fantastic duo,
Yeah. Or we could get rid of Strand, and Strand's husband's a hottie. I'd put him with Aaron any day too.
Frank.
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah. I'd put him with Aaron for sure.
It's like Frank and beans. Do you like your beanie weenies? I like my Franks.
I like him with Franks.
I like my Franks. But yeah, it's just, the writers are just, they're just kind of like,
Yeah.
But I agree with Madison's character. Like, I thought she was badass in the beginning, and I really wanted her character to meet up with Rick. I wanted them to meet, not like get together, but just meet and combine the powerhouse.
Right.
And it's like this year, just like.
Yeah, I think that would be a good power couple.
Yeah.
But thank God we have 2 other spinoffs to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, she was a very formidable character up until her return. And I was so excited when she came back.
I was pissed when they announced it.
Yeah, and I was just now I'm kind of like going, geez, now we've got this woman that walks around with an oxygen.
Now you're going. I said, here she was badass and hitting all the walkers, and then she's like.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, I got to take a hit on some oxygen. Yeah. And the funny thing is that scene that reminded me of, Sasha.
Yeah.
When she went out and just, and started pulling them in and killing them. I mean, I've heard of people going to junkyards and taking a sledgehammer and beating on cars and stuff like that. But, that's another way of doing it. And was it AC/DC that she was playing, or?
No, she was playing Motley Crue, and it was Livewire.
Oh, okay. Darth Madison.
Great
That's
song.
right.
As soon as she pushed play and I started hearing it, I started
head banging. Destiny's calling her Darth Madison. There we go, Darth Madison.
That's funny.
Well, do we have any slides?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
The slide queen.
We almost didn't, because I had to order like 4 houses today, and I had to confirm 3. So I had to rush home and put these together. So, all right. I like the setup of their little area. Of course, right up against the water and everything. Of course, that's Padre, right?
Correct.
They're at Padre.
Yes.
And they're canning peaches. How cute. I just love that.
Del Monte was their sponsor.
Right? So they get to Padre, June and Dwight and Sherry and what is that? Odessa
Dove, yeah.
Right? The kid.
Yeah.
And of course they walk in and they walk right up to the gate thinking that they're just going to walk right in, which just killed me. And they start making demands and stuff, and Strand comes out and says, nay, nay.
Nay, nay.
Nay, nay.
Hey, what? What's me, nay, nay?
And here we have, they're discussing, and I laughed because Strand told her that she was just a child, Odessa. And Odessa's looking at him like a typical teenager. Like, are you kidding me?
Strand's just looking better and better, and poor June, boy. Whew. She's looking through it.
She's looking rough. Yeah.
She's not even smiling. You think she'd be smiling more after she got her finger.
Damn finger. The damn finger. I love this conversation between Strand and June, because June just rolls in there and just says, you're basically a piece of shit. And Strand just looks at her and says, well, I'm yeah, because again, like I was telling Dawn and Eliza earlier, it's that whole hypocrisy thing that just kills me, because, and even Strand touches on it and says nobody's innocent. You know, we've all done things. And somebody else in the mothership said that. Several of them have said it now that I'm thinking about it. Morgan says it to Rick.
Yeah.
Because Rick says we don't bury killers within the walls of Alexandria. And Morgan tells him, I'm a killer. You're a killer. Nobody's innocent.
Right.
Yes, Regina, it's the pot calling the kettle black. And nobody is innocent in this. And he even calls her Nadine. Is that right? Was that?
Naomi.
Naomi, that's right. Yeah. And
Naomi, Laura, June.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that hurt. When he used that name, I'm like, yes. So. And Strand is walking past. And of course, I had to get this shot for Barb, and she's not here tonight, but I knew that she would appreciate, because The Walking Dead never does anything. They never show something without it meaning something. And so these are all the little knots and stuff that they were teaching the kids.
Y'all know one of Barb's next trivia is tie a bowling knot.
Yes. She's going to make you tell her what a clove hitch is.
Clove hitch is. If you're listening, Barb, we already got your game for next week. Tell us what a clove hitch is.
Everybody has to videotape themselves doing a clove hitch. All right. So Strand says, yeah, sure, let's take her back. You know, let's go. And so they take Strand and what is it? God, I'm sorry. My sinus infection tonight is really screwing with my brain, so I can't remember a lot. Tracy. Thank you. The little kid, Troy's daughter. And she starts talking to him about the blindfold, and Strand basically tells her that it's not going to work because she's trying to convince them to take it off and all of that. What were you going to say, Lisa?
She is actually named after Troy's mother.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, this little kid, I know we haven't seen her face yet, but I swear to God, I thought that was Hilary Swank's daughter. I had to go Google her, look her up, try to figure it out. She looks so much like Hilary Swank.
Yeah, I agree.
But she's not.
There you go. Jumping off the boat, zip tied.
Woohoo.
Now swim your ass all the way to that far shore with your hands tied. Good Lord and Greyhound.
I'm going to try that now next time I go swimming.
Yeah.
Make sure somebody's with you when you start to drown.
We're going to have to zip tie your wrists together, Dawn.
Yeah.
And of course, Strand does the same thing, but he was smart enough to
cut the zip.
Yeah. To cut his, yeah.
No. Yes, yeah. Really, come on.
And, there she is.
Yeah.
There's her full face. She's a cute kid.
Yeah. Did y'all notice how many times walkers fell on people in this episode and nobody got bit? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? Did somebody knock their teeth out? Because all these people got walkers on top of them and nobody gets bit.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Regina, we're gonna have a contest during the camp pool party, and we're gonna see how far Dawn can swim with her hands zip tied.
So Jason said that lighthouse is the Cockspur Lighthouse at Fort Pulaski, headed to Tybee, if anyone lives in that area or headed there.
Right.
Thanks, Jason.
That would be a cool location to go see. I love lighthouses. Mm-hmm. So was it just me, or did anybody else sit here and watch the walkers in the background to try and figure out if Jeff was one of them?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
because they weren't doing anything but walking around. They weren't biting anybody. So I was like, okay, well, might as well do something with their time, right?
Mm-hmm.
The makeup and the effects and the makeup are so good. I couldn't pick out my daddy if he was a walker. I just want to see a walker wearing a baseball hat and I can go, that's Sarah.
Right. Yeah. So we'll probably find out sometime this week if Jeff was any of those, because he'll post a picture and we'll go, oh yeah. Strand comes in and saves the day to keep all the walkers at bay. Yay, Strand. Beats the crap out of them, soaking wet.
Yeah. Here we go.
There we go. Live wire, because I'm alive. I was jamming. I was like, yes.
It would have been better if you'd played Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap or something.
Right? Anissa said that kid is like a 40-year-old, 8-year-old. Yeah.
And she just happened to find a boombox that worked.
Yeah, I know. With batteries, yeah.
With batteries. Right.
And she still is holding on to her 80s mixtape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and Nick is sitting right next to it. You know, he's in that can going, yeah, crank it up, Mom.
Well, he's like, what the hell are you listening to?
All right. I took these pictures because I loved just the destruction. I mean, she is just swinging that thing and just massacring these heads of these walkers. And the filming was so tight. And the CGI was so tight that I was amazed that it wasn't actually happening.
Right.
You know, I'll give them that much, because especially the bottom left corner, I mean, it looks like that sledgehammer is going into that dude's head.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the top right because the blood just splatters across the face.
Just beautiful.
And it was just, we've seen this before where, our people from the Mothership Show go out after anger or heartache or loss, and this is how they take it out. Sasha did it when she, went out on the truck, and I think Michonne's even done it. So it's just, I guess I'd do it too. It's a good way to release some stress.
Lance did it too. He went out and shot all those walkers when Aaron came behind him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I liked this shot.
Yeah.
With palm trees and just all the bodies scattered around. This shot reminded me of Michonne after she had just decimated all those walkers before going to find Rick and Carl.
Right.
That's what that reminded me of.
So good.
Yeah.
The scenery where they're shooting down in Savannah, the scenery is just it's beautiful. It's so much nicer than the desolate, arid landscape that we just came out of, You
mean the nuclear sub in the desert?
Yeah, that one.
Sorry, I can't wrap my brain around it. I don't know how that sub got in the middle of the desert, but okay.
Exactly.
All right. We find out that she's got Alicia's necklace that Strand gave her. Strand gave Alicia.
Did you guys get a little worried here that maybe Alicia was her mother?
No.
I thought it, but then it went away. Like I had the thought in the beginning, and then I was like, no.
Just like, really? Maybe? Nah, surely not. Yeah. It's like taking joy off of a dead woman. That's terrible.
No, well, Glenn did it.
Right.
A little kitty cat.
Jason said that that's Wormslow Plantation.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can we go see it, Jason?
Probably.
If it's Anissa, she will find a way.
We'll find a way. Anissa will find a way.
Anissa will find a way.
All right. Chica is trying to figure out, I don't know, a location to take them. Yeah. But we learn later on that it's all just a ploy.
Yep.
Why Madison and Strand decided that they were going to take the word of an 8-year-old to figure out where Alicia was, I didn't understand that concept either.
Me either. I mean, I thought, she has the necklace. She might know something, but how in the world would she really know the area?
Yeah.
Right. And looking at a map. right?
Right.
I mean, I guess her daddy could have taught her to read a map as they were navigating around, but I mean,
Yeah,
she's gonna have to be a little bit of a genius. I still have a hard time navigating a paper map.
Me too.
well, she's what, 8, 9 years old? How old was she when, when they actually saw Alicia? Because we kind of get the idea that Alicia's been gone for a little while because Strand's been learning German.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been what? Has it been 7 or 8 years? I think was it somebody said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how would she even remember? Unless she's visited it like a family trip recently, but who knows?
That's why it kind of has to be recent to me.
Yeah.
Serial killers always go back to their grave spots.
Yeah. They like to revisit. And he's a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Lucy.
So Lucy and Daniel show up with that group, trying to figure out why the heck they're messing with their stuff.
Yeah. Well, they're. I mean, and I by every right, Luciana should have been pissed. Of all the places to go,
Yeah.
why did they have to go back there? And why did you have to get a radio anywhere near your dad? So that you could call out to Troy and tell him. But yeah, of all the places, why did they have to go back to her one spot that was a safe spot?
Yeah.
And this drives me crazy too, because was it the episode before the sanctuary? She walked off like she was never going to see anybody again.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah. That was my thought too, and that got shot in the foot.
I don't know.
Oh.
So they're
Jason
talking.
says that's my gas station.
That group just picking, Carol. That's my group. So Tracy is trying to read the map. Daniel looks back at her, cracked me up. My favorite line in the whole thing was he turns around and he looks at her and goes, "You've been looking at that map for 15 minutes.
Right.
She's a kid. I couldn't read it after 15 minutes.
I would have had a hard time. I'm surprised he didn't reach across that back seat and slap the shit out of her or look at Madison. He should have looked at Madison and said, "Pull the car over."
Right.
When he said that about Ophelia. I mean, I got told several times when I was a kid, "Don't make me pull this car over.
Don't make me come back there.
Don't make me go back there." And I would have said, "Madison, pull the car over. She's gonna get an ass whooping."
That's right. In our family, it'd be a chancla, man. I'd be taking that shoe off and
What?
that's
Taking
right.
that sandal off.
That's right.
Do you think she looked a little surprised when Daniel told her what her dad did?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did. I think that spending any length of time with this group, she's hearing things that are going to stick in her brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's kind of the disbelief on her face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Strand pulls a gun on Daniel and it fails miserably, and he is out of the car, and now he's all by himself.
And I was like, they better not kill Strand off right here.
Yeah, I learned about that too, and of course secretly inside of me I'm going, yes, finally we get a real death.
But at first I thought, well, maybe he was shot. He had such a hard time getting up off the ground. Couldn't get off the ground, basically. And I'm like, okay, well, did he get shot? But, he doesn't. We find out later he's not shot. And I'm like, my ass would have been up on my feet with all those walkers coming around. And he just, never could get traction or something.
Yeah, he's doing this. She's doing this.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, that freaked me out. I was like, oh my gosh, Strand's gonna die.
Nope, nobody gets bit. All these walkers don't have teeth.
No, I was really excited about this. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to see somebody die, and I didn't care who it was.
I mean, even just to get bit. So then it's an inevitable. But
Right.
nope.
And again, the picture on the left, I was looking if Jeff was one of those walkers.
Right.
I was sizing him up height wise and everything. I'm like, no, that guy's too tall. No, that guy's too short. You know?
It's like playing Mama Bear, Papa Bear with them.
I did like I did like these walkers. I thought they were kind of cool looking, especially the picture on the far right.
Yeah.
Kind of has like an ape kind of,
Yes.
you know, look around his mouth, and thought it was kind of cool. And the guy on the bottom left just creeped me right the hell out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I liked him a lot.
Creepy.
He's going, it's a madhouse.
Mm-hmm. So I think they did a really, really good job. I loved these walkers. And you know, my favorite walker from the mothership is the RV walker, because he still creeps me out to this day every time I see that episode. And so there's a few walkers that I really, really dig. And I would say this guy in the bottom left is one of those walkers.
Yeah.
The RV walker was just so intelligent.
Oh my gosh, he creeped me out.
Yes.
I loved him so much. He's still by far my favorite walker.
I mean,
Yes.
that was thank you, Frank Darabont. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So did anybody automatically recognize the truck?
I was so hoping Al walked out. I was really hoping to see Al and Isabella again. I was like, oh, please let it be Al and Isabella.
As soon as I saw the tires, I'm like, yes!
The MRX back, Isabella and Althea. Come on.
Yeah.
So Gina and Jason both said that they recognized the wheels from the truck immediately. And I'm so glad I wasn't the only one, because I was freaking out. I was so hoping it was going to be Al.
Yeah,
And then I was disappointed that it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I liked the group that's in the truck. So
Yeah, I do too. I really like those gals.
yeah. So I was super excited. And of course, then they did this shot and I'm like, yeah, finally. I love that. Oh, even JJ did. Oh, Gina, I'm glad that JJ recognized it. That's rare.
I wonder, you know, probably in your next slide, Carol, but the lead kind of girl, I almost wonder if there's a story there where maybe Troy chopped off her arm or something, or how she lost her arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am not sure. But there she is.
She's like Connie 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. So again, the walker's on the left because, you know, looking for Jeff. I'm so sorry, guys. Sinus infection. Anyway. So yeah, it's a bitch.
You have a cough, dude, cold.
Jason says he has a picture with the MRAP that he can't share yet.
Well, poop.
We will be happy to see that when you do have it, Jason, because that's pretty Yeah, again, looking for Jeff. Okay, I loved the concept of these frozen walkers, right?
I loved them. That was the best part of the whole show.
Yeah.
That was such a cool scene.
Mm-hmm.
To have them just, you know, completely frozen right there in the spot, yet still moving around.
Yeah.
But the sun was shining on him, so I kind of had a feeling that something was going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, it's interesting when you think back to what Troy did. You know, he led a group of walkers to the ranch to destroy it. And, you know, she says that this horde of walkers was following them. Yeah. But I think he was leading them. And I mean, I don't think I was so much hoping to see Alicia here. I was really thinking we might see something like Sarah or the rabbi, you know. Yeah. So I was thinking we were going to see someone that we somewhat recognized. Yeah.
Yeah. Regina said that it was hilarious how they are spaced just right, though.
Yeah.
Blocking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really cool the way that they're just on this trail. For some reason, I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Okay, here's the ladies in the MRAP. And I like these gals. Mm-hmm. I like their concept. I mean, they're all Alicia cosplayers. You know?
Well, and I like how, I mean, this was probably, for me, this was probably the best part of the show. talking about how Alicia would go and help. I mean, she was almost like the Robin Hood of the apocalypse. She would go help a group and then she would leave. She would go help a group and then she would leave. So, she, I think, was trying to do what her mother initially did. But Madison completely lost that focus, because it was Madison that brought in June and Morgan. So I think she was trying to keep her mother's image alive and spirit alive by doing those things as well. But yes, I loved this whole storyline.
Yeah. And I didn't even get the concept of that Alicia was doing the same thing as Madison. So it's kind of a domino effect of how you affect people.
I wonder if this is Al's MRAP. I mean, if it is, I wonder if maybe Alicia did recorded a message or something on it. Maybe we'll see later.
Well, we've only seen one in the entire show.
Yeah.
Because we did hear them say that they watched the video of Madison over and over. Yeah.
Troy shows up like Alicia, or like Luciana. Yeah, like she knew was going to happen. And he's sorely misled, thinking that he's got the upper hand. Oh, yeah. Blue eye. Yeah, I know, Regina. I know. Oh, blue eye.
Blue eye.
And then all of a sudden, all these people start coming out of the woodwork. And I love that.
Please tell me why nobody has yet to kill Troy.
I don't know. They have some really good chances. Like Madison had the biggest one.
It's not in the script, ladies.
Nerd. It might be next week. It might be next week, according to the preview.
Hopefully it will next week.
And this, Dawn, you had a good point earlier before the show. This is something that this would have been a fantastic fight scene.
If we got to see it. If we got to see it.
If we had gotten to see it. It's like we see the Mexican standoff. And then we come back and everybody's dead, and like Dawn said, our people, we saw them shooting, I mean, we got dirty with it. I don't know if it was budget or just not in the written script, but this would have been a great fight shootout.
I agree.
Shootout at the OK gas station.
At the Luciana gas station.
At the Lucy gas station.
I mean, look at this group. Troy is dead set right in the center of all of this. And the people, all of his people are completely covered by our people. And, we don't get to see any of it.
Oh, Jason, you got killed in this fight, huh? I'm sorry, Jason.
Sorry, Jason. We would have liked to have seen you die.
Yes, we would have liked to have seen your death.
Trust me, that's the highest of praises. I liked the cowboy walker, I gotta say.
Yeah, right. I loved his belt buckle.
Yes, I thought he was cute. He kind of reminded me, like an homage to John Dory.
Yeah.
So you got that too, Dawn?
Because John was my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I liked that cowboy. I thought he was very, very handsome, very dapper. And of course, they're all reaching, and Daniel and Tracy are in the midst of all those walkers and stuff, and they, like Regina said, they're so spaced out so perfectly that they can navigate in between and around these walkers, and nobody gets bit.
And they fall on them, and nobody gets bit.
That's right. Nobody gets bit. There you go. There's the girl that everybody was expecting to see, that it was going to be Alicia. Madison thinks it's Alicia. Daniel thinks it's Alicia. Of course, we find out that Tracy knows it's not Alicia.
It's her mother.
It's her mom.
Yeah.
So Madison has some flashbacks of Alicia, and then she discovers that it's not her.
Yeah.
I love the walker walking right off of his leg. I thought it was hysterical. He's like, I don't need that. Jason said, funny story. Several of the walkers got tore up by ant beds. They had to stand there so long. Oh, no.
No, that's not a funny story. That's terrible.
God,
That's terrible.
I hope they weren't fire ants.
Ugh.
Oh, that would suck.
And what does she do? Madison follows through what Carol threatened to do. She ties Tracy to the tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was funny because, she's talking about it and she's like, she gave that speech that Carol gave Tyrese where it's like, she can't be around people. Well,
No.
Tracy can't go back to her dad. And what are we going to do with her?
We're gonna pull a Sam. We're gonna tie her to the tree where no one hears you scream.
Right. But Daniel asks her flat out, do you think you can do that, Madison? And then he's the one who ties her to the tree.
Love, that's the best scene.
I mean, Daniel's like, hot damn, let's do this. He just needed to check in with Bestie Madison to see if she really wanted him to do it because, the psycho that is Daniel, being the killer for hire that he was.
Yeah, he was.
He's all about, all right, let's just tie an 8-year-old to a tree. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yep, let's do it. He was an assassin or in some kind of a guerrilla army or something. He was a badass.
Yeah, so Daniel, don't tempt Daniel with a good time, boy. You want to tie an 8-year-old to a tree and slaughter him? Let's do it. He's the guy.
So what do you guys think the point was of thinking that he was getting dementia or something in the earlier seasons? What was the whole point of that?
What, Dawn?
I think he was playing that.
I think it was one of those Rick in the prison moments, kind of lost touch with reality. Maybe. Thing.
Well, I think initially he did it because of, Virginia when they were at Lawton because if they thought he was crazy, it wouldn't matter what they said around him. He's not going to remember.
Yeah.
I think he was using it as a tactic. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Daniel ties her to a tree. And I like this frozen walker. I think he's really creepy looking too. I don't know. I just loved him.
Is he wearing his beanie?
Yeah, he's got a beanie on because it's cold. And then Tracy gets away. She gets off of the tree somehow. I mean, she couldn't break her zip ties to jump in the lake or the ocean or wherever they are, but she can sure as hell, get loose.
Shimmy off a tree.
Yeah. So, I don't know. And there we have the MRAP again showing up with Strand back to where Luciana and them are.
Everybody's dying.
Everybody's dying or dead. And we didn't get to see any of it.
Not even Jason.
Fuckers. I wanted to see some blood.
Fuckers.
Yeah. Damn it. And who is this old man? Is he the guy? Is he one of the guys from the...
He was one of the council members.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was one of the council members.
All right. We didn't get to see him, but what? Once or twice, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. But obviously, Frank was
distraught.
Close to him. Yeah.
Frank was distraught.
I think Frank's cute. I like him. This cracked me up. This whole scene with the girls fangirling over Madison.
Oh my God. It's Madison.
That cracked me. I thought that was funny. And Madison takes off with the MRAP.
I was really hoping when he was in the MRAP with him and he was like, well, what's your name? I was really hoping for a Negan callback and they all went, I'm Alicia.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool if they'd all said,
I was hoping that too. I thought that would, in my brain thought that same thing, that they should all just say, I'm Alicia.
Right. And I thought, I'm Negan. I'm Alicia. I thought, yes. And then they didn't. I was like, oh.
It's a missed opportunity. Yeah, I didn't understand because this is twice now that Madison has
Left on
I'm
red.
leaving.
Just
I'm
let-
leaving.
to do her own thing. And that's it. That's what we've got. And they're watching her just go away.
See, they should have had us helping write this script.
I keep saying that.
Yeah, I've heard some of the things that Dawn has come up with, and I'm telling you, Dawn should have written this show.
There you go.
And that's it.
It was good. I mean, it was okay. I mean, there were some. This episode did have some really good moments in it that I think really could have been expounded on more.
Yeah.
The preview for next week looks exciting. I wonder if this is going to be the death episode for Madison. I just don't see her surviving to the end. And that if we see Alicia, I think it's going to be a death state vision, like kind of like what Grace had, in that state. I just don't think Alicia is coming back, And if she does, I'll be pissed off. I'll be like, y'all did this. You bring Madison back, Alicia leaves. You bring Alicia back, Madison dies. I mean, at least let them see each other if she's coming back,
Yeah. And then let them die.
And then let them die. Exactly. Well, we just got 2 more episodes. And then what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Wait on Rick.
We've got we've actually got some pretty exciting things lined out for everybody.
Yes.
I'm excited.
We have some very, very exciting things lined out for everybody. I don't know if we should tell anybody or not, or
I think we should tell them a little bit.
Tease them?
We can tease a little bit. Let me pull up my handy dandy spreadsheet.
I'm super excited about the stuff that's coming down the line. It's going to be very cool. And you guys need to get on board with the Patreons, I'm telling you, because we got some stuff that's coming out for that too.
And you don't want to miss out.
No.
So,
Yes,
just a couple of days after Thanksgiving, we're going to have Mr. Mark Greer on here with us. Dawn, tell us a little bit about who Mark is.
Oh my gosh, Mark's done so much. He's been on 7 seasons of The Walking Dead. He's been a lot of the walkers. I don't know if y'all remember the walker behind Rick that says, "Close the gate." He's the one right behind Rick. There's a lot of where he was in scenes with Daryl. Oh my gosh.
Didn't he actually
was a savior? He
actually play a double for Andrew Lincoln in something?
Yes, in one of the scenes. He was a walker in the circus carnival scenes where Michonne killed him. Oh my gosh, he's just so much.
Yeah. And he's been in a lot of other film productions, and we'll talk about he has been in a lot. So we're really excited to have Mark. I know he's been hard to get, and Dawn, thank you for wrangling him, and he seems pretty excited from some of the voice messages he's left to be joining us. So we're excited to showcase him.
And yes, guys, he's not told a lot of these stories because he wanted to wait until the series was over, because they had really strict rules back then. And, you couldn't talk. Everything was.
Yeah, it's kind of like Jason says, I can't say.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Jason's always like, well, there's this really good. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I can't talk about it.
Right.
I have this cool picture, but I can't show you.
I can't show it to you. But yeah, so we're really excited. And then, so that's going to be right after Thanksgiving. And then December 4th, shout it out from the rooftops. Tell your friends, tell your enemies. The incomparable, hilarious, artistic, amazingly funny Mo Collins is going to be joining us. So we will have Mo with us on December 4th. So you want to share it, you want to tune in. We're going to start advertising for Mark probably next week. And then right after we will start promoting Mo Collins.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome. And she's excited too.
Yes, she is. She is. She's got a lot. She has a huge repertoire, and she's also an artist. And do you want to keep going a little bit more?
Do they want to know more?
Do you guys in the audience, do you want to know more, special guest?
Oh, you guys got to speak up. Tell me.
Tell me. If you want to know who else we've got scheduled.
Yes,
okay.
And
We're going to have.
Regina says yes. Destiny.
I want more. Destiny, we're going to have Norman Reedus on December 25th. Well, December 18th, we're going to have artist Suki Martinson. She's a gem. She's a doll. She's always at camp. She's at so many conventions. She's been so very generous with Relishing the Dead. So we're really, really happy to have her joining us. And then on December 27th, we're going to have the prison duo, Sean Thomas or Nick Gomez and Vincent Ward. So we'll be going back and looking and talking about some old prison episodes.
And for those of you guys who don't know, that's Tomas and Oscar, right?
Tomas and Oscar from the prison episodes.
Okay.
And then tonight, we got the wonderful, amazing news on December 28th. I think Dawn and I are the most excited about this. Liz Saunders will be joining us for a live podcast. If you don't know Liz, she plays Donna in the MGM TV series From. So I highly, highly, highly suggest that if you have not watched, that you go watch, because I want Donna in my corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donna is badass.
Yes.
I love her character. Yeah, so it's going to be good. So we have quite a full calendar coming up.
Yes.
Super excited about bringing all these guests on for everybody.
And we got some more surprises, hopefully.
Yes, we've got more invitations out. We're just waiting to kind of nail them down. And for Patreons, we're going to have a Patreon night where we're going to pick a Patreon and talk about their favorite episode. So we'll be bringing on, I guess we're going to spin a wheel. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to get Barb to spin her wheel.
Yeah. And for the Patreons that want to do it, we'll put their name on there and then spin the wheel. And then everybody has to watch the episode.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we're pretty excited, and we appreciate all of you guys for being here with us. But definitely go watch From. If you're kind of in a stale point and you don't know what to watch between now and when Rick comes back, go watch From.
Yeah.
You will not be disappointed.
No, it is a great show.
And then Carol had the great idea for Patreons. We may be coming up with a special Patreon only t-shirt. So we're going to get some ideas for that.
Yeah.
But that's another good reason to be a Patreon.
Is that kind of like friends only? Is it, or is it fans only? Is that site, fans only?
Look, I'm not selling feet pictures. I could, but I'm not going to.
Patreons only. Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah, we're excited, and we're hoping to have more guests on as we roll into December and into the new year.
Yeah,
and we have some events.
Spot.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
We're trying to fill that spot between now and Rick's show, the ones who live.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have an event that we're going to be doing at the camp. I'm not going to tell what that is, but it's in the works. But it'll be fun. And
we
so,
do? Oh,
yeah, we do.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. So we do have an event that we're going to do at the camp. So be looking for those announcements and stuff so that everybody can participate. It will not be just a Patreon thing. It'll be for everybody. But it'll be fun.
Yes, it will be fun.
Yes. Yeah, I gotta get them coconut bras and them purple skirts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta be done.
exactly. Exactly. Yes, we are excited about Liz as well, Pamela, and Mo. I'm just giddy, 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 giddy,
That's our
giddy.
BFF. I'm super excited about that.
That's right.
She
That's our
doesn't do a lot of podcasts, and she told me she usually opts out because she's afraid of how to do it and information leaking out from her personal contacts and stuff like that. But anyway, I think she's confident now, and she's looking forward to it. And she's the BFF,
She is. She's pretty fantastic. She's pretty fantastic.
and I'm excited about meeting Liz. That's going to be fun.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And they're actually kicking back up filming season 3 now, and she's flying out to Nova Scotia where they do the filming, and they'll be on their holiday hiatus during that time, and so yeah, November 28th.
And Jason said he's got to get his tickets for the camp he's dragging. Come on, Jason.
Yes, you need to step it up, Poppy.
Oh, is it November? It's December 28th.
Yes, December 28th.
We've got one on the 27th, and then the next night we've got her because of
Right.
her schedule.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and some of those dates are not going to be like Monday night either. So
right.
pay attention to the day. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
we
think
kind of have
we're-
to zig and zag because of the holidays and stuff. So
Yeah, exactly. But we'll make sure everybody knows we're gonna do a lot of promotions for all of our special guests and make sure the word's out there. And we really hope that you guys will help share and get the word out as well.
right.
What else we got? That
We
it?
might even do a contest on the most shares.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a good idea.
enticing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Might do a membership run.
That's right. Sounds like perfect. Sounds perfect. All right. What else? Is that all for us tonight, girls?
Yeah, we're just waiting on announcements for AtlantaCon.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming.
Hey, they said a bunch of TWD people.
Yeah. Well, and from what I understand, they partnered with Fandemic, right?
Yes.
So it's basically the same con that we went to.
Mhm.
It's just they're going by the Atlanta Comic-Con.
Right.
Right. Okay.
But they're being igmos.
Yeah. So but they said it was going to be mid-November that they were going to start.
Well, it's mid. We're mid.
We're mid by 2 days.
Yes.
Ooh.
Right.
Yes.
So they need to step it up because I don't understand. Like they're posting the sales for their tickets, but nobody knows who's coming.
Yeah, but it makes it hard for people to schedule and budget. I mean, I don't want to go down if it's anime,
Yeah.
or I'm just no, I'm not doing it.
Right. But they did say a lot of TWD.
Hey, Jojo, howdy from Mexico.
Oh, give Chris our love.
Yeah, give Chrysaeus our love. We love you guys. Ooh, there's our Patreon supporters right there.
There's patrons.
There's Destiny, and there's Terry and Kay, Collier, Sandy Morrison, Lauren Perkins, Ben and Melissa Gilbert, Pamela Blythe, Marion Craig, and our very own Destin Baker. And then a very special thank you to Oscar and Casey, our camp mommy and poppy. We appreciate them.
Absolutely.
And if you want to listen to us while you drive, check us out on Spotify, and we are also on YouTube. And we also have an Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have TikTok yet, right?
No.
Just Instagram. Yeah.
Facebook, everything.
Yeah.
Everything but TikTok.
Yeah. We have two pages. We have a Facebook private group and a Facebook podcast page.
Right.
And if you're on the podcast page as a follower, you can request to join the private group. Dawn and Barb do games every day, every week, every month on there, and we give out some pretty fantastic prizes. So if you want to join the private group, just go on over and request to join.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our Patreon page. Don't forget that.
Yes.
And why do people want to be Patreons, Dawn?
Because they want to be like the cool kids. No, they want
The cool kids.
They want to join because we do so much for our TWD community. We try to give back and just do special things. We're doing special things for the events, the camp. It's just to help each other and feel good about it.
Do dog rhymes. Boom, shakalaka, boom shaka.
Ricky Dicky. You gotta love Ricky Dicky.
And also on the Patreons, we give back once a month a prize for drawing for our Patreons. So we do try to give back to you all too. This is not for us. This is for you.
And the event that we're planning in May, we will be giving back even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Bigger prizes.
Bigger prizes. And it's going to be fun.
We just like to share the love. We're sharing the love.
Yes.
Sharing the love.
Yeah, because we're not buying expensive equipment or anything like that with that money. This all goes back to the camp family and our followers and all that kind of stuff. So, yes.
That's right.
Sharing.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Should we close it out, girls?
Mm-hmm.
I
keep
so.
looking at Madison's thumb.
Yeah. And she needs a manicure.
She needs a mani-pedi.
She needs a manicure. God bless her.
That's so funny. I want those gloves.
I know. We all need to get some.
We all want those gloves. I know, right? Mm-hmm. Love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you all
next week for the finale of
Yes. I think it's 2 episodes next week, right?
Yes.
2 episodes next week. Feel better, Barb. We love you and miss you.
Yes, Barb.
All right. Good night.